I'm scoring a touchdown with a cover athlete in every single college football video game to see who's the best. But to start, we'll have to go all the way back to College Football USA 96, where Kansas State's Joe Gordon faced the cover. And since this is the first college football video game for this video, all we have to do is score a touchdown. But as you can expect, that was a lot easier said than done. After ages of trying to learn a 3-button controller, which I have no clue how y'all did back in the day, we were finally able to make this happen. Come on, Joe Gordon, I just need you to make a play. Find him. Let's go! He held on to that? Are you kidding me? That just shows you how good Joe Gordon actually is. But moving on to our next game, we're gonna have to open these mystery boxes to see what kind of touchdown we're gonna have to score. And to make things even harder, for every touchdown, we're only gonna have 5 attempts to try to make it happen. And if we don't, then we earn ourselves a fail point. The more fail points we rack up, the harder our forfeits are gonna get. And be sure to keep on watching because you could have a chance to win College Football 26. But anyways, moving on to College Football USA 97, it looks like all we gotta do is score a passing touchdown with Nebraska's Tommy Frazier. Luckily for us, this game was a lot easier to get the hang of, and while making our way to the red zone to start our 5 attempts, I actually came up with this crazy play. All right, somebody's just gotta get open. It's gonna be C. It's gonna be C, let's go! Bro, how did he just get wide open? Perfectly thrown ball by Tommy Frazier, and that's why he deserves to be on the cover. But with that touchdown, we officially get to say goodbye to the 3-button controller, and we're moving on to the PlayStation with an actual normal button layout. But kicking off our brand new console, we've got Danny Warfl on the cover of NCAA Football 98, and for his challenge, we've got to complete a passing-only drive. I'm just hoping that back in the day, the AI couldn't pick up on what plays you're gonna be running, because if I had to play an actual person, they're gonna know all I'm doing is passing. But luckily enough, I actually got a sneak peek in that last game of what Danny Warfl can do. Where are you throwing it? I just hope somehow he's accurate. All right, we're playing in Tallahassee, Florida. I feel like there's no better team to play Florida against than Florida State. I mean, Florida State's the frauds. They didn't deserve the playoffs to begin with. Let's go beat them with Danny Warfl. We are only allowed to pass the football, and right away, I'm just gonna go with a slant. Oh, X is open. X is open. Danny Warfl can't complete a pass, but X was open. Shovel pass? Nah, let's go Ace RT. I like Ace RT. I think we got X just running a seam. I'm gonna test him. I'm gonna test him, and he comes down with it. A pass of 17 yards. We finally see Danny Warfl's accuracy there. Let's just keep it going, though. Remember, we are only allowed to pass the football. Make a play, wait for him to start running, and we're gonna get 11 yards just like that. Now, I wasn't too sure if that was a pick or if I came down with it, and the graphics aren't gonna tell me very much either, but I'll take the completion. Let's go roll out right. I feel like this is a pretty solid play. Hopefully somebody on our team wants to come down with it. Oh, I definitely didn't roll out right. I rolled out to the left, but it works. Wide receiver 19 finds himself wide open, and that's another challenge without a fail point. So I know that this was roll out right, but I decided to roll out to the left, and my L guy was wide open. I don't know what 30 on FSU did. He's looking like the 2024 Seminoles, but we get it into the end zone, and now we can move on to our next game. And for our next game, we're actually getting our first defensive player with Charles Woodson on the cover of College Football 99. And for his challenge, since he is a defender, we're gonna have to try to get a pick 6 with him. And let me tell you guys right now, I don't think this one's gonna end well. All right, so we kind of just have 5 passing plays to try to make this one happen. It's a very difficult challenge for a reason, but I'm just gonna man up on one of the defenders. Give me that. Bro, I don't know how to use the defense in College Football 25, let alone back in the 1990s. But that was our first attempt, and I'm just hoping that I can make better progress on our next 4. All right, he is passing, which is a good sign. He's gonna throw it up there, and I feel like we had the chance to make a play, but they're gonna get down to the 50. So that makes our job a lot more difficult now. I don't even know what we're supposed to do. Maybe I try to blitz so that he throws the ball out in pressure. I don't really know. 3 attempts left. Come on, Charles Woodson. Make something happen, please. Oh, come on. That is not what we're looking for. I need you to throw it to somebody good, but I guess if they're avoiding us, we're kind of doing our job. 2 more attempts left. I know you want to throw a pick here. Oh, give me that. It hit your back. Charles Woodson, what are you doing? You cannot be taking back shots while we're trying to score pick 6. Come on. Time to make up for it. So yeah, we just got a fail point from that. So we're not going to talk about what just happened. I do end up getting my first fail point, and our first fail point brings us to our first forfeit, and that's going to be a $10 Xbox gift card that shows up somewhere in this video. But luckily, I get to move away from defense for the rest of these challenges, and moving on to NCAA Football 2000, we've got Ricky Williams on the cover. And since he's our first running back in this video, we just have to score any rushing touchdown with him. All right, Ricky, let's see what we can do. We're going to use some speed, but we're going to get tackled for a loss. That was not a great first attempt, but luckily we got 4 more left. I feel like we just got to give Ricky the reps, and he'll get the job done. So I was supposed to halfback toss it to Ricky Williams, but for some reason the game wanted to bug. I already know some of y'all are going to be complaining in the comments, so because of that, we'll count it as an attempt. We got 3 plays left. Ricky, make it not matter. Let's go, Ricky. Let's go, Ricky. That's a first down. I'll take that. 2 more plays from the 2-yard line. Ricky, I need you to punch this thing in. I don't know what kind of play to run, though. I'm really hoping they're sending pressure down the middle here and Ricky can break the edge. Come on, Ricky. You fumbled? You're really going to do that to me, Ricky Williams? So because Ricky Williams doesn't want to hold on to the football, that's another fail point. But luckily, 2 fail points does not mean a forfeit. I just don't understand how you fumble this football. He takes the snap, and it's almost like he sees 2 wide open men and throws the ball towards him. Ricky, all you needed to do was hold the football in your hand, break 1 tackle, and you got yourself a touchdown. But that's just not how it pans out, and now we got to move over to NCAA Football 2001, where Shawn Alexander is on the cover. And for his challenge, we're taking it up a notch, and we're going to have to do a rushing-only drive. We're going to get 3 drives to try to make it happen, but if we can't even score a touchdown with Ricky Williams, how are we supposed to do it with the Seahawk legend? I guess we'll just have to power through and hopefully utilize a few option plays, but it sucks going down 2 fail points this early in the video. But I guess that's also a good thing for y'all, because if I rack up enough points, then I got to give away a copy of the new game. We are going to start off with a triple option just to keep them second guessing. And Shawn Alexander is going to break a tackle, truck through the 1. We didn't need a whole drive because Shawn Alexander is going to get it done in maybe 2 plays. I did not think that we'd get caught up there, but that is a crazy way to start our drive. It is kind of frustrating that we got caught up there. Now our touchdown isn't going to be as impressive. I was pressing X, which is the truck speed boost. Let's go ahead and take one more look at that play, though. But you can see Shawn Alexander hit the hit stick right there, and he is off to the races. But sadly, Virginia Tech's 24 catches up to him. Little shoelace tackle there. But let's go ahead and punch it in with Shawn Alexander. Outside. To the outside, and we finally punch it in. So luckily, that first play carried us all the way down the field, and it's just a simple punch in for Shawn Alexander. I am so happy that all these defenders thought that my QB was keeping it, because it allowed Shawn Alexander to get a free, easy touchdown after all of that work he put in. And luckily, that touchdown does officially bring us to NCAA Football 2002 with Chris Wankey on the cover, and for his challenge, we got to complete a drive with no incompletions. Hopefully, this is a simple, easy pass to get Chris into the swing of things. And just like that, we're failing our first attempt. I don't really know why Chris decided to throw it all the way to the left when our receiver was clearly over running towards the right, but we're gonna have to punt this one away. And I definitely am not going to be going with our halfback screen, because that obviously didn't work last time. So let's go speed option and just keep the ball on the ground. The only issue with that is I don't know how to actually pitch the ball. Yeah, I still don't know how to pitch the ball. I press L1 because that's what it normally is. But that didn't work. So now we're in a 3rd and long. And I don't know what Chris is going to do to get out of this one. He's on one-on-one coverage. I'm going to find him. I'm going to trust him. We're going to launch this thing up. And he's going to come down with it over 5 guys. And my guy's going to catch it? That's what we like to see. We still haven't gotten an incompletion this drive. And now we're sitting on the 5-yard line, so we can maybe make something happen here. Let's go slants here and see what we can actually do. We got square. No, we got X. Square was our guy who made the big time play. We also got R as our little dump off. Let's go with it. Bro, Chris, what are you doing? That was such a simple pass. I mean, even I can chuck it to a guy standing 5 yards to my right. But that is an incompletion, so we only have 1 more attempt at this challenge, or else we're getting 1 step closer to giving away a copy of College Football 26. I think it would be cheating to drive all the way down by just running the football. So you know what? Let's risk it. Let's go deep threats. I have not seen Chris Wankey miss a long throw, and I gotta have faith in wide receiver 26. So let's go ahead and hike the ball, and this could be it, Chris Wankey. Actually, X is gonna be wide open, but he's gonna drop the football. So that officially means that we have scored our second fail point for this video, and luckily for me, there's not a forfeit correlated with that. But if we rack up too many more, one of you guys is gonna win college football 26. But moving on to our next game, we've got Joey Harrington on the cover, but you cannot tell me that's not Adam Sandler. It genuinely looks like this cover was taken from the longest yard shoot, but it looks like our challenge with Joey Harrington is just going to be to score a touchdown against Ohio State. We all know what happened the last time Oregon faced Ohio State, so this is kind of their get back, but hopefully this will be a good bounce back from our last fail point. And I was really hoping to bounce back from this challenge, but taking a look at Joey Harrington's stats, he's only a 79 overall with 53 speed. That's actually a step down from Chris Wankey, so we'll see how he actually plays in game. So it's all or nothing here for Joey Harrington. Let's see if we can finally get Ohio State back for what they did to Oregon in this year's playoffs. And right away, we're starting with a first down, and that's a great sign of things to go. All right, go ahead, snap the football. Bro. Were wheel routes really this broken still in the game? I mean, this is a game from 20-some years ago, and yet we can still run wheel routes. That's insane right there. We haven't been able to rush the football too much throughout this video, and I feel like Joey Harrington might like the help. We got great blocking, and our running back's still going. Just like that, we're within the 10-yard line, and now it's time for Joey Harrington to get the job done. And we just got to kind of play it safe. You know, we got 4 downs, try to get it done. That was our first time. So we got 3 left, and just like that, X is gonna one-hand snag it. Let's go ahead and run quick slant. We are 2 yards short from this end zone. And honestly, I wouldn't mind the dump off to the halfback, but I am eyeing wide receiver 15. For some reason, I feel like he's gonna get open. And just like that, we got a free touchdown and we avoid another fail point. So with that touchdown right there, it officially cements Joey Harrington as a better quarterback in my eyes than Chris Wankey. And maybe that's just my FSU hate coming out. You know, they didn't deserve the playoffs and decided to sue the ACC. But we're trying to record a video here. So with all the hate thrown aside, let's go ahead and move over to NCAA football 2004. And for this game, it looks like we have Carson Palmer on the cover. And for his challenge, we're gonna have to score a 50-yard touchdown. And I told you guys, these challenges are just gonna get harder and harder the further we go in this video. So let's see if Carson Palmer's got the arm strength to reach the end zone. So taking a look at Carson Palmer's stats, he does have 89 throw power, which makes me kind of optimistic about this challenge. I'm just really hoping that that correlates to an end zone pass in the game. But we are officially at the 50-yard line, so it's time to start our 5 attempts, and it's really time to see what Carson Palmer's really made of. I know that he could throw it deep in real life, so we're gonna put everybody basically on a route down deep, and we just gotta launch this one and pray it gets caught. All right, I didn't think that that would actually get caught, but that gets us down to the 5-yard line. Sadly, we gotta now run all the way back and then go for our second attempt. But I think we're gonna go ahead and try inside hitch here because it's essentially the same exact play, except like I said before, we're literally just sending everybody on a go. That's all I really care about, and this time we actually did not get a good release, but we still get it caught. So I know that we can rely on our receivers. We just have to make it to the end zone. I think I kind of just want to run a Hail Mary. I know that they got it in the play. We might as well try to just launch it up in prayer. I know that our players have come down with it every single time, so maybe we go to 83 again because he seems to be the most successful at it. I mean, this one's gonna make it to the end zone, so all he had to do was come down with it, but we got a male cheerleader doing split squats, and we're getting another fail point. Maybe it's not smart that we keep on sending all our guys on goes. Maybe that's telling the defense exactly what we're trying to do here. I'm gonna go ahead and give him time to get down the field, launch this one to the end zone, and we're lucky that one's not picked off. So it all comes down to this. It's taken us 5 attempts to try to get this challenge done, and I am kind of worried, but the defender has to make a choice, and on our last attempt, we're gonna get it done. We just launched a prayer up. I am so glad Kentucky was not in good defense, and we get to come out of this alive once again. Bang, he sees him cut, and then boom. Catch that thing, 1. Yeah, let's go. So obviously we had to get the job done on our final attempt to live up to Carson Palmer's incredible collegiate and professional career. But next up, we've got NCAA Football 2005, and on the cover of this one, we're actually going to see his future teammate, Larry Fitzgerald. And since Larry Fitz is one of the top 10 receivers of all time, all we got to do is score a receiving touchdown with him. And as you can expect, with Larry Fitzgerald being the legend that he was, this one was pretty simple. Larry Fitz, I'm just praying that you catch this one. Bro, nobody's with him, and he's just gonna easily moss a guy. Let's go, Larry Fitz. I mean, it really wasn't that difficult. I don't know what kind of coverage Penn State came out in. They have the 17th hardest place to play, but obviously it ain't hard for Larry Fitzgerald to play at Penn State. Now, a lot of people are just gonna give credit because it's Larry Fitz, but I give credit to the coach for a perfect hot route, and we get the moss and the touchdown, and now we can move on to NCAA 2006. And for this one, we actually have Desmond Howard on the cover, and for his challenge, we have to do my least favorite challenge in all of these videos. We got to get a kick return. And this is something that I have failed time and time again. So let's see if I've gotten any better at college football games now that the new one's out. Let's see if we can return a kick with the one and only Desmond Howard. So we're going to have 5 attempts to try to get our kick return with Desmond Howard. And I'm so thankful for practice mode. We're going to get this one kicked right to us. And it is time for Desmond Howard to take his first attempt. I'm literally running straight this entire time, breaking tackles left and right, but we're only gonna get to the 40-yard line. That was attempt number 1, and I'm gonna try not to cut at all during this portion of the video, just so that y'all know that this is legit. We're gonna kick to us one last time. So this is attempt number 2, and I see a wide open gap. And Desmond Howard just gotta run a few guys, and we're gonna get to the other 40 this time. But if that's anything, we are still making progress, which is huge for this challenge. Hopefully, maybe this time we'll take it to the 20 and then actually a touchdown. But this time we're taking it from our own end zone. I just got my head down and I'm running. And we actually lose progress there and only make it to the 25. So exactly where we'd be if we fair caught it. We still have 2 more attempts left to try to avoid the fail point. I just hope that this guy doesn't like kick it out of bounds so that we can't count that as an attempt. Come on, Desmond Howard. Or don't, or just get drilled and lit up. All right, Desmond Howard, this is where you make or break our challenge. We're gonna take our final kick. We're gonna return it, and this time I'm actually gonna wait to see where the blockers are going. We got one guy to beat, but it's not gonna matter. We're gonna get tackled before even reaching their territory, and that means that there will be another Xbox gift card somewhere in the course of this video. But I'm just gonna chop that fail point up to it being our last game on the PlayStation 2. And moving forward, we've got NCAA 07 on the Xbox 360. And for its cover, we actually have Reggie Bush, who also graced College Football 26. But for Reggie Bush's challenge, we're just gonna have to score an option touchdown. And I feel like this type of touchdown is a lot easier said than done. Not only do we only get to run option plays, which I forgot to mention during the challenge portion, but we have to keep the defense guessing at every step of the way. And that task gets exponentially harder when we're facing the #1 team in the nation, Ohio State. There we go. We got 28 option plays to choose from, apparently. We also have some option passes, so this might actually not be as hard as I thought. The only issue is that I have no clue how to pitch the ball. I'm gonna assume that it's LB, but who knows? I could just end up doing spin moves or something. All right, let's do it. Let's see what we can do. So it's not LB to pitch. I'll let you guys know that right now. It is not LB. I mean, I did have a guy right on me, so that could have been the issue. What do we want to do here? I guess we could try the option pass. This isn't in College Football 25 right now. So might as well test it out while we got the chance. What is this game? I literally want to pass the football. I still have no clue how to pitch the football. Do they oh, there is a manual. There is a manual, chat. When in doubt, check out the manual. I know, I hate to read. It's stupid. Bro, why do they make this so confusing? Okay, here we go. Fake pitch is LB, and the real pitch is gonna be LT. That's all we needed to know. All I needed was the manual this entire time. Let's go ahead and pick up this first down. I mean, it's 3rd and 23, but it is a drive challenge, so we gotta go for it on 4th down. We got 8 seconds to try to make this thing happen. So it looks like our first drive didn't go to plan, but I was hoping to change things on our second. I really like that USC has 28 different plays that we can choose from, and I would really like to incorporate a pass into our option drive, but, you know, if I can just keep on running the football, I ain't gonna fix what ain't broken. Yes, there we go! as our QB is getting tackled, we're gonna make our way to the end zone. We're gonna do a little flip into it as well. So we take the snap here, and this QB made a perfect last second read. He sees the defender bite to him, he throws it to Reggie Bush, and Reggie Bush did the rest, outrunning the defense and flipping into the end zone for the tutty. And with that completed challenge, we can officially move on to NCAA 08. And for this cover athlete, we have Jared Zabransky. And it looks like the mystery box has spoken, and we gotta get a trick play touchdown with him. So once again, we'll have 5 attempts to do it, and let's see how well Boise State plays back in 2008. Listen, if Lee Corso wants me to run flea flicker first time in the red zone, bro, if I hit this right here, all of y'all have to sub. Let's see. Get it halfback, pitch it back, throw it up. Bro, are you kidding me? The one-handed snag, give me that. Let's go. I know we're taking an instant replay of this. He goes up and let's go, 19. Jared Zabransky put that thing on the money though, and that's another challenge that we completed without a fail point. Bro. That has to be one of the sickest touchdowns we have scored in any of these videos. The flea flicker, the dot, and the one-handed snag over the defender. Oh my, I don't think we're gonna be able to top that touchdown, but moving over to NCAA 09, we are definitely gonna try. And for NCAA football 09, we've actually got Darren McFadden on the cover, but he's nowhere near the hero of this game because shout out to my boy Bernard for getting me the game. I mean, I purchased a random NCAA football 09 on eBay, and for all I know, Bernard's some random dude that's sitting on his couch right now eating potato chips, but without him, this video wouldn't happen, so W Bernard. But anyways, going into the challenge, it looks like we're gonna have to score a random play touchdown with Darren McFadden, so we got 5 attempts to make it happen, and we might not even need them like our last game. Basically, I'm just gonna go into Ask Corso, and I'm turning my head and just randomly moving, and then we'll press A, and we're gonna get 5 attempts of these to go with. On our first attempt, it looks like we are gonna be running the football with Darren McFadden, so I would love to get this attempt done on our first try. We're gonna get a few yards, and honestly, I'll take 5 there. We've got 4 more attempts to go. Obviously, we don't score a touchdown there, but hopefully we get some passing plays where he's coming out of the backfield so we can actually go to work. But for this one, it looks like we are not going to be incorporating Darren McFadden whatsoever. So it's going to be a passing play. So our main attempt is just to get as close to the goal line as possible. We can't go in, or else it will be a fail point if we score with another player. But we pick up the first down right there, and now we're at 1st and goal. So we're going to have 3 attempts to try to get this challenge done. And for our next play, it looks like we are running a speed option. So all we got to do is really bait the defender just like we did with Reggie Bush, and I feel like I've got enough practice with that. Oh, I just needed my quarterback to block. That would have been an easy touchdown. But we don't get it done, and we only got 2 more plays left. All right, attempt number 4. It looks like we are running, once again, another option. And I just don't even know how to keep it on this one, so we're going to try to hand it off, and we're not in a good position going into attempt number 5. All right, come on, give me a good play, EA, please. And you know what? A screen isn't worst case scenario. I just got to hope that Darren McFadden gets 10 yards on this play and ends in the end zone. That's really all there is to it. We're going to throw it to Y. He breaks some tackles, and he powers his way in for the touchdown. And I was really worried that we were going to lose that touchdown right there, but Darren McFadden catches it, breaks 1 tackle, breaks another, and then powers through 2 guys to get into the end zone. So for another time in this video, we barely escaped by a challenge, and y'all are getting closer and closer to that college football 26 giveaway. But now we can officially move on to NCAA 10. And on that cover, we have the one and only Michael Crabtree. And when you think of Michael Crabtree's college career, there is only one play that stands out, and that's his 28-yard comeback route against Texas with 1 second left. He was able to toe tap on the sidelines and get into the end zone, so we're gonna have 5 plays to try to recreate that. All right, so I feel like I set this play up to the best of my ability. We've got Michael Crabtree on the far right of your screen, and there's not really a deep comeback option, so in order to do that, I have to just put him on a streak and just hope he comes back to the ball. But we've got 5 attempts to make this happen, and here is attempt number 1. Let's go ahead and just chuck this up, and that's almost it. I just need it further to the sideline. Here we go, attempt number 2. Let's try to lead the ball a bit, and I don't even know if they had pass leading in the games back now. And is that Patrick Mahomes at QB? Can somebody tell me if I'm just missing the mark? That is a perfectly placed ball, but he doesn't come back to it. I mean, we do score the touchdown on our 3rd attempt, but I feel like we can do better, so I'm not counting that attempt. We've got 2 more left, that means, and let's hope that we can actually make something happen. 4's not gonna cut it, so it's all coming down to this. Are we gonna barely scrape by another challenge, or will one of you guys be winning college football 26? And with that drop, I have officially earned my 4th fail point. So in order to join this giveaway, all y'all have to do is comment your favorite touchdown down below and also make sure that you're subscribed. I'll be drawing the winner live on Saturday, June 7th, so make sure that you show up to that as well, and good luck. I hope one of you guys wins. But moving on to our next game, we've got NCAA Football 11, and this is by far my favorite cover in the game. I mean, I'm from Georgia, and even I can admit Tim Tebow looks good on this cover. But for his touchdown, we're gonna have to let him live out his tight end days, as he's gonna have to catch a receiving touchdown in order for us to not get another fail point and buy a Puke State jersey. So Tim Tebow, I am just praying that you are good enough to come down with this football. And if y'all are wondering how I'm able to do this, back in NCAA 11, if you selected the Ole Miss playbook and the Wild Hog formation, you could come over here to jet sweep pass, and Tim Tebow is actually gonna be our B icon here, so he's running a crosser straight to the end zone. So basically, we'll get all 5 attempts at this play right here, and with our first one, I just hope Tebow can come down with this thing. We're gonna hand it off to our wide receiver, and he's gotta have the arm strength to go up, and Tebow does touch the ball, which I'll give him credit to. He risked his life to go and get that football, but we can't get the touchdown, and I'm hoping for better results on attempt number 2. Bro, he's wide open, but 2 guys are collapsing on him. He's not gonna come down with it there. Attempt number 3 coming up. Come on, Tebow, make something happen here. You've got time, it's 1-on-1, you gotta make a play, bud. And he goes up and mosses his guy. Maybe all the Jags had to do to win games was keep Tim Tebow and turn him into a tight end, because he goes up and grabs this one and holds down for the tutty. So we're able to hold off on the rival jersey punishment once again. And moving on to our next game, we've got NCAA 12. For this game, we've got Mark Ingram on the cover, and it looks like the mystery boxes are telling me that we've got to score a juke touchdown. And for those of you waiting for the code, here it is. So hopefully you were fast enough to grab it, but let's go ahead and try to keep on avoiding getting a Puke State jersey. All right, so we have officially made it into our red zone, and now we got 5 attempts to not only score with Mark Ingram, but also juke before we get into the end zone. I just hope that his juking stat is pretty high. We are able to get a juke there, but it's not as clean as I want, and we didn't score with it, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go halfback toss strong. We're running to the open side of the field, which I always like to do whenever we're trying this challenge. Mark Ingram, I hope you have the juking ability to do this. There's a guy right here. Let's lower him. I guess I didn't really want to lower my shoulder there, but we're gonna get attempt number 3 coming up here next. Mark, all I need you to do is juke a guy out of his shoes. Come on now. There's a guy right there, and do we count that as a juke? I think he did hezzy, but we're gonna need VAR for this one. I mean, he takes it, and he does juke into the guy. It wasn't a perfectly perfected juke or anything, but I think that this does officially count as a challenge, and now we can move on to NCAA 13. And for NCAA 13, we actually have 2 cover athletes, that being RG3 and Barry Sanders. So what we're gonna do is move Barry Sanders to Baylor and then have to link up between the 2. And as you can expect, whenever you put 2 legends on the same team, it just gets way too unstoppable. So this one went as expected. RG3 is gonna take the snap. He's gonna see Barry Sanders wide open in the middle of the field. Barry's gonna break one tackle, break another, and how do you go through 4 guys and get in? I do feel like Barry could have came down short, so let's actually take one more look at this. We're gonna have him wide open. RG3 doesn't throw the best ball, but 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and Barry's in. And after further review, it does look like Barry does get the ball across before his knee touches the ground. So that's another completed challenge, and now we can move on to the legendary NCAA 14. And for this cover, we've got Dinard Shoelace Robinson gracing the cover. And for his challenge, I'm bringing back a fan favorite. We're gonna have 2 minutes of real life time to try to score a touchdown. All right, so the kicker has officially kicked off, and we got time ticking down. Let's go ahead and fair catch to get our offense on the field as quickly as possible. We're already down to 1 minute and 50 seconds. I'm just going to ask Coach, what does Corso think? I think we just got to start moving. We honestly just got to get going. Wide receiver 10 is actually a star, so I'm going to quickly put him on a go just to see if he gets wide open. And he's one-on-one, and I feel like we got to be able to test that. He's a star for a reason. He's going to come back to it, and he's going to break the tackle. Let alone, we don't even need the 2 minutes. Just like that, we are done in 1 minute and 26. So I really didn't think that this would be that easy. I just had to find the star, and Dinard Robinson's got the arm strength to find him down the field. 10 breaks a tackle and finds an easy touchdown into the end zone. I think that officially breaks the record for our fastest touchdown we've ever scored in this challenge specifically. But now we can move on to EA Sports College Football 25. Now, this is the game that I have easily put the most hours into, and because of that, I'm gonna give us our hardest challenge yet. So for this challenge, I went ahead and placed this into training mode. On the goal line, we've got Quinn Ewers at quarterback, and we've got Matthew Golden lined up against Travis Hunter. All you gotta do is simply lob this one, and we're easily gonna come down with it. All right, maybe not. So our first attempt is a fail, but we've got 4 more to go, and just like that, Travis is actually gonna get the pick on us. But it's fine. I'm not too worried because we just got to lob it up, and Matthew Golden drops the football. Attempt number 4. Come on, Matthew Golden. He gets the touchdown on the 4th attempt. Let's go. Travis Hunter didn't even stand a chance. And normally this is where I'd end the video, but we just learned that College Football 26 will actually feature Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams. So since they're in College Football 25, we might as well and go see who's the best cover athlete. For this specific challenge, we'll be lining up in training mode once again, but each wide receiver is gonna get as many attempts as they can to try to score a 99-yard touchdown. Whoever's able to score the 99-yard touchdown in the least amount of attempts is gonna be deemed our winner, and in terms of not getting fail points for this challenge, I'm just gonna have to be able to choose which player is gonna get it done the quickest. And honestly, I had Jeremiah Smith being one of the highest front runners for the Heisman this year, so I'm gonna have to go with him. But we're gonna be starting with Alabama's Ryan Williams, and we'll see how well this freshman can actually do. We've got our guys beat, and we're actually just gonna launch this one up, and Ryan Williams is gonna get down to the 30, but on our first attempt, he's not gonna get it done. I do like this play though. I feel like it gives Jalen Milroe a lot of time, and Ryan Williams has just gotta have the speed to do it. He's got Caleb Downs lined up on him, and on his second attempt, he was able to get in for the touchdown. So in order to save my money and not have to go buy an App State jersey, we're gonna have to score a play in less than 2 plays with Jeremiah Smith, and we're gonna lead this one perfectly. He's gonna catch it, and he is gonna be home free. Jeremiah Smith gets it done in 1. And if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to check out this video right here.